Well, hello there. Um, Thank you for joining me with this little Python Pygame Asteroids game project that I'm going to put together for you. And hopefully, we are able to build this project in not too much amount of time. And I hope you have a lot of fun with me. Um, the link to the GitHub will be included in the video um, details description in the bottom. As you can see, I'll be working with a main.py file. There'll be an assets folder, and in that assets folder, there'll be the images that we'll be using, the rocket ship, the background, the asteroids, the various asteroids. In this video, in this tutorial series, we'll be animating the asteroids, so we won't just be rotating them. We'll be rotating through these various images for each. And there'll be a random amounts of asteroids on the screen with random images for them. Starting with the large size, you'll have the medium sizes, and then you'll also have the small sizes. Right. Also, we've got 2 or 3 sound files. If we go to sounds, you'll see it's just 3 basic sound files. The laser for when the spaceship shoots, and then the explosion sounds for large or small explosions. Great. Let's get started, shall we? Let's go for it. Let's close this. So when we go into our main PyCharm file on the main.py, let's start off with our imports. I will be importing sys and os. It's just a habit that I have. I'll be importing the Pygame module. For later on, we're going to make use of a specific thing in Pygame called the vector2 function. So let's just go ahead and import that now. So long from Pygame import vector2. And lastly, much later on, we're going to make use of the random module. But it's always good to go ahead and put it in now because, yeah, we'll be using the random for random location generation for the asteroids themselves. Let's just get the modules out the way from the beginning. Let's start there. So straightforward, the very first thing we normally do when we start off our program is that we pygame.init to initialize the Pygame module. Right, I'm going to go ahead and spread out our main file in the various little sections that I make use of. So over here I'm going to have a comment for utility functions. Then I'm going to have a comment that I'm going to put in. That's for all our utility functions. Then we go in and we're going to put in a comment for all of our game objects that we will be creating. Game objects themselves. Let's go ahead and look down further. The next thing I'll be putting in for is my game settings variables. Game settings variables. This is all obviously just to organize and sort my code so I know which sections I'm looking for. This will be Pygame display window initialization. Obviously that's where I start off the Pygame window, set the screen with game listen to me, I'm rambling. Pygame display window initialization. The next section will then be my Pygame loading of the game assets section. That's where I plan to put everything together. The next thing we will have will be I have a little section called for once off functions, loading game objects, etc. Okay, and then the next little section I have is for game object lists. And then the last thing I'll have is my main game loop. Main game loop. Okay, I've gone ahead and spaced these things out unnecessarily at the moment. Let's just rather keep it all together for now, so we don't lose track of where we are while we're working along. Okay, my main game loop will be below that one.